Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here at Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and I'm here at the Fives Beach Resort and Residences. And I'm here with Sander Winkler, who is the Sales and Marketing Vice President for the Fives Hotels and Residences. And we're going to talk about this hotel and actually the entire company and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Sander, you just gave me a wonderful tour of this property, which has just been, you have new additions and all kinds of things. But first of all, tell us a little bit about the Fives and the company and where it began and where you are now.
Sure. The Fives Hotels and Residences is owned by TM Real Estate Group out of Spain. So it's actually interesting. TM Real Estate Group is Spain's largest private developer of second vacation homes. 2009, they started a project here at the Fives Beach in Playa del Carmen. And essentially why that matters to us here and why that matters to travel advisors is the company specializes in building condos on the beach, right? So what you get in the rooms at the Fives Hotels are these residential style units that have dining rooms and living rooms, kitchens, separate living facilities for families, especially to be able to have kids in one room.
I think you said the Fives is you have families of five is actually what you're thinking.
My big phrase always is no one beats the Fives for five because I think travel advisors have issues sometimes with those groups of five that you have to put them in separate rooms and you have to guarantee connecting, and at the Fives you never have to worry about those because we can accommodate up to 10 people in a 3-bedroom unit. But anyway, so I was saying the Fives Hotels was born in Mexico as a result of that first project for TM Real Estate Group. We opened in 2009. We've been growing since then. In 2018, we opened our second property at the Fives downtown in Playa del Carmen, which is
a city hotel, an EP, right?
Yeah, it's an EP-focused city hotel. We do offer an all-inclusive and a half-board option at property, but the focus is really about people that already know Playa del Carmen. They've done the whole mega resort thing, and they really want to experience being on Playa del Carmen, on the Quinta Avenida, that wonderful street with all the shopping and dining and restaurants. Sure. So experience is more sort of a getting out into the destination. And then last year, we purchased land to start our third property, the Fives Oceanfront, which opens in Puerto, Morelos in June of this year.
Not too far away.
Not too far away, about 20 minutes away and about 15 minutes from the Cancun International Airport. So now at three properties in 2019, we decided to make all of our properties come to our own brand. We used to have third parties that operated some of our resorts.
Someone you were Azul and things like that, right?
Correct. In 2019, we opened the year as the Fives Azul Beach, and we were very happy with our partners at Charisma. But with 3 properties, it made sense now to become independent and sort of put everything under our own fold. In 2018, we started operating the Fives downtown, and we'd always been involved with the operation of this property. And as Charisma focused a lot on its growing portfolio of consumer brands, we decided we really wanted to make the Fives a thing of its own. Right?
Now, how do you differ? Obviously, there's so much in the market today in all-inclusives. How do you differentiate the Fives today? We've talked a little bit about that, but let our travel advisors know what you see.
Sure. Our concept of all-inclusive is called All Senses Inclusive. The Fives stands for the 5 senses, right? So to us, the experience that we want to give customers is twofold. We want to make sure that there's lots of little sensory touches as you go through your experience here. So that may be a special aroma that greets you at the lobby, follows you into your room, and then goes home with you with a potpourri sesh that we provide in the rooms, so that when you get back home from your vacation and you're dealing with your bag of dirty clothes, it actually comes out smelling like the resort. And so that smell is...
I wish I had my dirty clothes smell so good at the end of a vacation. That's
well, if you stay with us, this time you'll have your dirty clothes smelling that so wonderfully. To sensory experiences at the restaurants, restaurants that you can get involved and cook in, restaurants where there's a sensory component to the dining. We do dinner in the dark, which is another service that the resort provides. Again, lots of sensory touches throughout the resort. There's places within the grounds of the resort where suddenly music is assaulting you, and you're invited to take a moment and really enjoy the atmosphere. Because the second component of All Senses Inclusive is forcing you to take a moment and be mindful of the experiences that you have around you. We encountered in this, right now, travelers are just coming at such a high pace, right. And they often will come down and they check in and they're out on excursions, they're out of the pool, and we really want to invite you to take it easy and calm down and, be mindful of the smell and taste and texture and sounds that surround you, because that's what we think really makes a vacation. And for most, it's funny, most travelers need that invitation. I would even say they need to be forced into relaxing and enjoying and really taking in with
understanding the local culture and the food as well.
Right. Yeah, for us, it's always about sort of creating a space that really allows you to integrate into the destination. The idea of coming into a big block of rooms that's standing in front of a beach, to us is just anathema to really vacationing in Riviera Maya. As you know, we went around the resort. We're surrounded by this natural cenote, which is a sinkhole.
I thought we got there last night, and I was like, what is this place with the lights and the beautiful jungle and everything else, and it's right in the center of the resort, right?
Yeah, it really the resort surrounds that space. So whereas most of the time in Mexican resorts, especially in this area, what you'll find is that they come in and they plaster over all of the natural environment, so that you have a flat space to create a big monolith of rooms in. We really integrate the resort into the local landscape. And that's why we're frequented by monkeys and toucans and lots of natural wildlife that's right outside our door here.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And also right outside our door we have a plunge pool, and this actually is the newer section of the resort. You just opened, I guess, last year sometime.
Yeah, this section has been opening over the past 3 or 4 years. Every year we add a few more rooms and we add a few more restaurants, and there's always something exciting going on at the Fives Beach.
And so what do you have? How many rooms do you have here?
We now have 662 rooms, and 14 restaurants and 11 bars, and this is just not counting the culinary pop-up stations that come in, and all sorts of, again, new sensory dining experiences that create. Whether that's the Casa de Rosa, which you discussed, which is our integrated cooking class and dinner experience, or the Dinner in the Dark, which I mentioned. That's also those are not counted in the 14 bars and restaurants that we were mentioning.
And in downtown in Playa del Carmen, how large is that resort?
That resort is small, 131 rooms, 4 stories, right at the entrance of Quinta Avenida. So if your advisors know Playa del Carmen, Quinta Avenida runs from 2nd Street to now about 42nd Street. In Playa del Carmen, even a little bit more. When I started coming to Playa del Carmen, it was just 2nd to 12th. But so we sit right at the intersection of 10th and 2nd Street, right at the entrance to Playa del Carmen, so to the Quinta Avenida. So if you know that nightlife scene, what I like about our location is you can really gain access to it. You can see the restaurants and the bars and the nightlife, but you don't have to be surrounded by all the noise that you'll get at a lot of the other competitors that we have, inside Quinta Avenida.
Well, I remember I first came to Playa del Carmen almost 30 years ago, and it was not the same as it is today, but it's very different. Now, finally, the new property that's going to be opening in June, how many rooms will that be?
We're very excited about the Fives Oceanfront. 94 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units, including 12 premium oceanfront residences in the 2 and 3 bedroom variety. The top floors of these have incredible rooftops, private plunge pools, and it's really our most luxurious experience, always with the space that we provide, because what you can count on for a property of ours is you're always going to have lots of space in the room and lots of neat activities at the resort. But I think we really pride ourselves on the unit size. Smallest, the entry-level unit in Puerto Morelos will be almost 50 square meters, so you're talking 560 square feet, right? So that's the standard entry-level category. And they go all the way up to 960 to 3,000 square feet at the 3 bedrooms.
That's huge, and that's no, I mean the size of the rooms is absolutely a huge selling point. Anything else you want to tell our travel advisor audience about the Fives?
Well, we're very committed to travel advisors. Please be on the lookout for our field sales team, Daniel Shaman, Mimi Moreau, and Esmeralda Saloma. They're out in the field looking to. We're having seminars in 22 cities during this year, as well as lots of events with our tour operator partners. So definitely be on the lookout for our field sales team, and especially for our new travel agent loyalty program, the Fives Asset, which is just launched this past week, and registrations hope for it. It's got great incentives, booking bonuses, and perks for travel agents to offer to their clients.
Well, Sander, thank you for taking the time and giving me the wonderful tour of this property. It's exciting to hear about all the developments with the Fives, and I'm sure there's more to come. And I hope to be down here in June or whatever to see that new property, and then you'll actually have some more stuff to show me here, I think I've heard. Great to meet you here, and again, thanks for hosting us.
Thanks, James. You've got a room ready for you when you come down in June.
Okay, we'll bet on that, and we'll see you then. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.